आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव। Azadi ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
On 7th June 1893 in South Africa, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, then a young barrister, was on his way from Durban to Pretoria on behalf of his client named Dada Abdulla. When the train came to a stop in Pietermaritzburg, Gandhiji was ordered by the conductor to move from the first-class carriage where he was sitting to the van compartment for lower-class travellers. When Gandhiji refused, showing the conductor his first-class ticket, he was evicted unceremoniously from the train.
Just what are you doing in this car, Coolie?
Why, I have a ticket. A first-class ticket.
How did you get hold of it?
I sent for it in the post. I'm an attorney and I didn't have time.
There are no coloured attorneys in South Africa. Go and sit where you belong.
I'll take your luggage back, sir.
No. Just a moment, please. You see? Mohandas K. Gandhi, attorney at law. I'm on my way to Pretoria to conduct a case for an Indian trading firm.
Didn't you hear me? There are no coloured attorneys in South Africa.
Sir, I was called to the bar in London and enrolled at the High Court of Chancery. I am, therefore, an attorney. And since I am, in your eyes, coloured, I think we can deduce that there is at least one coloured attorney in South Africa.
Smart bloody kaffer. Throw him.
Just move your black ass back to third class, or I'll have you thrown over the next station.
But I always go first class. I've travelled all...
A plaque on the platform marks the approximate spot where he was pushed from the train carriage with his luggage. This incident changed the course of his life, it reads. Talking exclusively to All India Radio News, Director, National Gandhi Museum, A. Annamalai, discussed the impact of the incident on Gandhiji's life.
When thrown off from the train, his image was scattered. He was in a big dilemma, whether we have to continue in South Africa or we can go back to India. Then he realized in the night, in the shivering cold, that this happened not to M.K. Gandhi, but the proud Indian. It was an attack on the Indian civilization. Therefore, he decided on that night that I should dedicate my life to remove the color injustice and the disparity in this foreign land. That time, as many biographers referred as the birth of real Mahatma.
After the Pietermaritzburg incident, Gandhiji chose to peacefully oppose discriminatory policies, organizing strikes and marches to counter biased voting regulations and intolerable working conditions. Out of these beliefs emerged the concept of satyagraha, which the Mahatma first employed in South Africa to fight against racial prejudices and then in India to fight against British colonialism.
7th June is also the death anniversary of Dunda Khan. He was in the service of the English East India Company Army but left it and took part in the struggle for freedom from the foreign rule during 1857. He also led a group of rebels and attacked the British establishments for seizing their properties and arms. Caught by the company troops in the course of an encounter, he was accused of plundering, desertion and mutiny against the British Empire. He was sentenced to imprisonment for life with hard labour and iron in July 1857. He was transported from Bombay to the Andaman Islands in April 1858. Dunda Khan died while in captivity at Cellular Jail on the 7th of June 1858.
We also remember Martyr Nishan Singh. Nishan Singh was a resident of district Shahabad, Bihar. He was a close associate of Kumar Singh and fought along with him in the battles of Jagdishpur, Jaunpur, Hajipur, Kanpur, Lucknow and Banda, during the First War of Independence in 1857. He was arrested in his village and was mercilessly blown into pieces by cannon on 7th of June 1858. We salute the great son of the soil.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.